Okay, well, oops, a little hiccup there. I accidentally hit stop video instead of hitting the pause. So this is actually part 2. This is leaving off where the first part of the video in my battle of the nail polish brands. This is part 2, and I will actually apply the polish in this second video. Alright, so I said that I wanted to start off with the Insta-Dry and the Jamberry Quick Dry Coat. Okay, so now I know with the Quick Dry Coat, I'm probably going to have to wait until I at least polish the rest of my nails before applying that, because if I put it right on a wet nail, it'll just smear the nail polish. So, this Funky Fingers I just bought for a couple dollars at Five Below. So it's not the greatest nail polish, but it's actually not bad. But it is a glitter, and the glitter nail polishes are always way thinner than the regular nail polishes. So you can never get away with one coat unless you were putting it as a top coat over a base coat of color and you just wanted to add a little bit of shimmer. But for it actually being just a glitter, it's actually, the coverage is not too bad. Alright, now I'm trying not to make too much of a mess. I am not the best at applying nail polish without making a mess. I always have to touch up. Okay, so that is the Funky Fingers. Alright, now we will do the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. Now, I have used this polish before, and I love the color, and I love that it dries fast, and the fact that my sweet boys had bought the, oops, that one's not dripping, had bought it for me for Christmas, and had it in my stocking, because they were like, Mom, because the color is so you, and it says it'll dry instantly. So it was very sweet and thoughtful. The only thing I do not like is, I've never seen a nail polish brush like this. It's very fat. I don't know if you can see that. It's a very fat brush. I have very small nails, and especially very small toenails. So when I use a fat brush like this, then it just seems to glop all over. Oh, you know what? I only painted like half of the nail because I'm so afraid of glopping it live on video here. But it is, the brush really does make the polish very gloppy. But I love the color, and I love the coverage. And I love that my boys picked it out for me. Okay, here's a little better. Okay, and next is the CoverGirl Outlast. Yeah, and that Sally Hansen, it gives a pretty good first coat. Alright, now the CoverGirl. I love this one because the shine, and it always kind of reminds me of like automotive paint. Alright, now this is pretty thin, so you would definitely not be able to get away with one coat with this one. Try not to make too much of a mess, which I am. Well, and it doesn't help that my nails are very short. I had to cut them down extremely short, but I'll explain that in another video. Probably in my tips and tricks video. Okay, this is the OPI. Now, it was always, OPI was always the brand that I swore by. That was my favorite. And then I was introduced to the Jamberry, and then I was introduced to Zoya. So OPI has now been bumped out of the lead. Alright, and this is not very thick. This is a pretty thin coat. Alright, this is the Ulta, and I've actually never used this color. This is, see, it's a tiny, tiny little sample bottle. I love when Ulta has their deals, you know, like online deals. You spend $35, you get a free, like, 9-piece gift bag that has all kinds of samples and neat things to try. And you know, when they give you samples of their brand name, or their brand, the Ulta brand stuff, you know, they just give you a decent size sample. I mean, I have so many different colors of nail polishes, I don't go through bottles very quick. So this little tiny little bottle would last a long time. I love how that covered. Wow, that would definitely coat in one coat. I'm impressed. I've never used the Ulta brand nail polish. That's impressive. That is a one coat polish. Huh. All right. Okay. So there is the left hand. All right. Well, now that I'm done painting this hand, I am going to go ahead and coat this thumb with the Jamberry quick dry coat. And then just hope in the meantime, between me polishing my other hand, I don't smudge any of my other nails. I'm not really watching the camera to make sure that I'm actually showing any of this on video. That it's, oops, and I'm bumping the camera. All right. So see how, I don't know, because it's, see how shiny that has made that? So, you know, even if it doesn't dry instantly, the shine, it's still a great top coat, because the shine is well worth it. All right. So for this hand, I will be starting with Jamberry. All right. Now, I'm going to be polishing with my left hand. I am definitely not ambidextrous, so this is always difficult for me to paint my right hand with my left hand. And if I think that I can get quite messy on the other hand, well, the left side usually ends up looking atrocious. Okay, now this is a glitter, or well, not glitter, it's like a shiny polish. It's, now that's pretty thin, but it's still a nice coat. And see, look, that's a terrible mess. I don't know why I'm kind of a perfectionist. I'm kind of like OCD. So even though I'm going to be taking all this off, as soon as I turn the camera off, I'm still worried about it looking messy. All right. So that one is a little thin. But this is their solid color. So, yeah, let's see if I can do this without trying to make it stay. Oh, now this is going on very nice. That's a nice, smooth coat, great coverage, and you could definitely get away with one coat with this. So, kudos to Jamberry and Ulta so far. Great. All right. I really wish that you could see the colors in here, because everything is kind of looking all the same on this video, and really all of these colors are so different. But even with the extra lighting that I put in here, the lighting is still really bad. Now this one's not really purple. This is kind of getting more into the red family. But this is Zoya. This is their like shimmery polish. And it goes on very well. You know, very nice and smooth. But it's a little thin. A little thin. Alright, and this is Zoya's solid color. I feel like I should have some music on or something on in the background. It's quiet. You can hear the crickets. Not really, but hopefully I'm not putting everybody to sleep. Alright, well that did a nice one coat as well. It's just it's a pale color. But that actually did cover in one coat as well. Alright, so kudos to Zoya also. at least with the solid colors. All right, and this is the Spa Ritual. Oh, I'm covering that up. All right, now this is kind of drippy. And it's thin, but it does flow well. But as a solid color, that would definitely need a second coat. All right, okay, so let's go back to the first nail. All right, well, let's check the Insta-Dry. This is the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. And that is instantly dry. There's nothing tacky, nothing smudging. All right, so that definitely does as advertised. All right, now the Quick Dry Coat. Oh, that is dry as well. It just feels bumpy because of the glitter texture underneath, but that is completely dry as well. All right, well, you know what? Let's just test the other colors just to see where they're at in dry time. And that's a little tacky. That is the CoverGirl. It's not bad though. It is almost dry. The OPI, that's still a little bit tacky. The Ulta, that's completely dry. And I don't know if it's too soon to check this side. This one is the Jamberry. And just slightly tacky. But almost dry. Same with that. Oh, oops, I smudged that one a little bit. But, you know, this one didn't get as much time to dry as the other one. I went faster on this one. Oh, the Zoya, that's definitely too... Oh, I smudged that one big time. That one's definitely wet. That's tacky, but not smudgy. It's just a little tacky. And, oh, that one's definitely wet. Okay. So we got to see those. All right, so now the second coat. Hope I haven't messed up my order here. Okay. So here's the CoverGirl. You know, I don't know if I ever used nail polishes where I actually had to have 30 coats. Maybe, you know, in decades past, nail polishes come so far, you know, and just improvements and everything. But I remember having to do 3 coats sometimes when I was younger. All right, that does a very nice second coat. That looks great. If I get too close, then it just blurs. Okay, the OPI. Oh, and I do have to say that with the, I don't remember if I had said, you know, kudos to the Sally Hansen, because that was, could get away with a 1-coat coverage as well. And with the Funky Fingers, you know, it's glitter, so it needed a second coat, but since I already put the top coat on it, I'm not going to paint over that again. Okay, and the Ulta, that doesn't really need a second coat, but I'll just put it on anyways. Yeah, and the OPI, that went on well as a second coat. And this one I barely am even putting any polish on there. Alright. Okay, so now my left hand is done. And I do have to say, I don't have any bad nail polishes, you know, in my inventory here. Alright, right hand. Okay. Get this open. And look, I've got like nail polish on my fingers, and professional I am not, amateur I am. Alright, and this is doing very nicely as a second coat. Thumbs, you always need a little bit more just because it's a wider nail. You need a little bit more polish, so that second coat on this side there got a little thin. Okay. And that looks nice. It's just that one little spot's a little bare because that's where I smudged it, because I touched it when it was wet. But that covers nicely as a second coat as well. I'll put these lids on. If I knock them off, then stuff will get everywhere. and that would just be my luck. So I don't know if, it seems like, now I have to go back and watch the video, so if I'm speaking wrong, I apologize, but when I was checking the dryness, it seemed that the smooth polishes dried a little bit faster than things that are sparkly or glimmery, glittery. I don't remember now, but I wonder if that is a fact. And this one again, you know, it's, oh, the other Jamberry, which didn't need much of a second coat, coated well. This second coat is coated well also, although there's the part that I smudged, so it's a little thin right where I smudged it. And there's the second coat of this soil. And sorry, I didn't memorize what all the colors were again. Hopefully you'll remember from the intro in the beginning. And this did not need much of a second coat. Oh, smudged the top. Alright. Okay, there we have it. Well, so my opinion hasn't changed that much from the beginning when I said that the Jamberry and Zoya, I think, were the contenders. And, you know, with Zoya only having a slight heads up because you can try it on in the store. But surprisingly, the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry really did work as advertised. I just don't like the fat brush. So I would have to say, you know what, Ulta's. So let's see. So Zoya first, Jamberry second, Ulta third, and then the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry is runner-up. All right. Well, I think that is it. Now I get to take all these lovely colors off because you know, having all this mismatched different color polishes would just drive me crazy. I know some people can really pull off wearing the multicolor look. It just, I don't know, it drives me crazy. Like I said, I suffer from a little bit of perfectionism OCD, and that could be why. All right, well, thanks for watching, and make sure that you check out and like and share my Facebook page, Sherry Schaefer's Jamberry business page, and of course here on YouTube. Feel free to like, follow, subscribe, leave comments below, etc., etc. And until next time, when I create my next video, that's a wrap. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.